Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Right to the air is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Jackson. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Jackson.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jackson now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Here's Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Zach Wilson
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to break.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Running left, here's Mitchell. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Jackson on second down. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's in on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
David Ajabo
From his outside linebacker spot, gets him down there for a loss of 4. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson.
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy by the way they've moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11.
Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological...
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Wilson.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
For the Raider field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
13.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Anthony Schwartz, 78 yards. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 6.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
27 yards.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it?
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun, Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Ravens.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And Jackson throwing once more. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 38 yards.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now it's Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he gets this down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And he's out right at the 25.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. In motion, the tight end.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson now.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
To throw again is Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here's 1st down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Jackson to throw. Throw caught by Flowers.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Jackson.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing, Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing now is Wilson. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's 2nd down.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Able to connect with Jacobs.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Wilson to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost